come back for a little break. I hope you got to taste some of the beer. You're feeling nice and alive with this really innovative panel that we have here. So I'm going to introduce everyone to you. Starting off here is my immediate left. We have Jeremy Welfeld. He's Olim from the United States. And he's the co-owner of Jems beer factory. So you can thank him for the free beer that we have here today. I was actually at Jems beer factory a couple of weeks ago for a wedding, and let me tell you, it was fantastic there. The beer was in free flow, and the spirits were really high. Next to Jeremy, we have Ben Ninio from Australia. Ben is the co-founder of Car2Go, which I'm sure everyone here in Telalivit knows about it. I think I'm actually going for a Tiyul to the Tafon on Friday, and of course Car2Go is always one of my options. Next to Ben, we have Evan Never, who's also from Australia. I'm not sure why we have all these Australians on the panel. I'm South African, just to let you know. Evan is the co-founder of DataBank, which is an off-site data protection facility, which Evan will explain that a bit more detail. We have over 700 customers today, and is a huge successful initiative. Representing the women Olim entrepreneurs is Debbie Stein from the United States as well. She is the founder of Telalivit Consulting Group, which works with all the amazing non-profit organizations and MKs in Israel, and helping them with resource development. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to let you guys, in order, just give a brief description, introduction, who you are.
Stan, I can see everybody better. Hi everybody, thank you. First of all, I want to tell you guys I'm so proud of you guys for coming. And I know it's not easy making Aliyah. It's a real, it's a difficult journey leaving your family and leaving where you are and coming to a place where things are hotter and people are hotter and things are a little more difficult. But we really appreciate it that we really appreciate the fact that you guys came and helped bolster the Olim here. It's really important. I made Aliyah about 12 years ago, well actually in 1984, did the Army, came here right after the Army I split, went back to the United States, got educated, came back in 99, a degree in hotel and restaurant management, a culinary degree, and while I was in university in the late 80s, I saw what was happening in the United States, the renaissance in the microbrewery industry, and I knew it was going to take about 10 years until it hit Israel. So in 99, I made Aliyah with my wife and 2 kids with $5,000 in our pockets, and we were Kazbatan Ranan, and we started this amazing journey. Just so you know, before I left Washington, D.C., I was working at the White House in charge of service, worked at a very high level, came here, I started doing construction. Then I worked stuffing pizza. It's not an easy journey. I worked really hard. Don't think it's going to be easy. Helped open restaurants, pastry chef, all the way through. It was very hard road. But perseverance, know what you want to do, figure out what you want to do, and keep working at it, and I promise you, you will be successful, but God will test you. He will test you. You're being tested. So just know that it's not a walk in the park, not on the yellow brick road here. And but we're here because we're not here for the money. We came to be part of a bigger experiment. We came to be part of this, amazing, rebirth of this Jewish nation of ours. And
doesn't mean you can't do that.
Everyone will get to that. So if that's what's important to you, and that's what your drive is. Everyone will be as successful as they want to be. But remember what you're doing here. It's not only about the money. It's not only about paying the bills. And trust me, I have a very successful business right now, but I'm still 80,000 shekels in debt. And every day, it's not easy. And but thank God we nailed it in terms of finding the right product for the country. We're on the right wave. It's all about timing. The Israeli market's really open now to microbreweries. We have a bar, a restaurant. We have 270 seats. Now I'm out in 30 different locations. We've just started going out on tap. I recommend all of you guys to come and play at Jems. We built the place so we could get, the philosophy behind it was why beer? Beer was, for me, in the United States, I was doing parties every night for 1,000 people, and I was like, I want to play with 1,000 Jews every night, not with 1,000 going, basically. So I came to Israel, and I knew beer would be that perfect catalyst, that I would be able to interact with people, and the country really needs this product because they need to tone down just a little bit, and not too much, and beer helps you get to a place where you can relax and enjoy the fact that you're actually living here and doing what you want to do. So right now, the restaurant is doing great. We're expanding slowly. Money is always tight as a startup. I don't have enough money for more tanks. I don't have enough money for anything really. But we're really bootstrapping it throughout. We have 30 investors who put up about $1.5 million to get the operation going.
Is it kosher?
It is kosher. We're closed on Shabbat. It's kosher. We built the place so it would be kosher, so all of Amistar could come under one roof. If we can't sit at one table, at least we can get under one roof and play. So and.
Are you allowed to come if you don't drink beer?
Sure. It's a full-blown restaurant with a full bar. You can, anything you want. We're really flexible. I just wanted to let you guys know that a lot of you guys are young. And I tried to raise money for my venture for 10, 12 years. Until I got into my early 40s, people didn't want to talk to me. They were like, bar, microbrewery. They couldn't quite get their head around what I wanted to do. And until I was at a place where my friends were at a place where they were now successful business people, and I was able to pull some people, friends and family that really believed in me. I wouldn't have been able to get this up without my friends and family. Then we were able to pull other money from other locations, but we had to do it the hard way. We had to go out there and beg family members basically to give us their money and to help us make this thing work.
Did you pay them back?
We have made our first installment, interest installment. I think it'll take about another 1.5 years till we pay off the investment. And we're growing really slow right now because I don't want to dilute. If we expand too quickly, I'll end up with nothing out of this company, and what's the point then? So we're really working really hard. I work about 17 hours a day, on average, about 80 hours a week, 7 days a week, except for Shabbat, from an hour before Shabbat comes in until right after Shabbat, and then I go back to check the beer and check the tanks and constantly doing sales and pushing the product out there. I'm basically the soul behind the product. And thank God I found the right partner. Very, very important to find out what balances your own product and service. And my partner Danny does the back of the house financial, dealing with the banks, the accounts, and all of that stuff that I wouldn't be able to sit for 5 minutes if I would have to do that type of stuff. So finding the right team is very, very important. And then we partnered up with an Israeli for the restaurant, who had a lot of experience in the restaurant industry here in Israel, and that's it's really been a really great mix. I'm done.
All right, so my name is Ninio. I'm from Australia originally. I've also been in Israel for 12 years. Scary to say. I moved here when I was pretty young. I was 17 or 18 when I got to Israel. I did Ulpan with Evan, strangely enough. After Ulpan, I had all sorts of different jobs. Similar story, I worked in a bar.
With me?
Yeah, with Evan.
No, we split ways.
We haven't actually seen each other for about 6 years or 5 years. But yeah, so all sorts of jobs. I went to the army. I was in the army. I was a combat soldier in different units. After the army, went and studied, and as part of my studies, I found myself in America just for a semester, and that's when I first discovered what car sharing was. I started in Philadelphia, and there's a company there which does something very similar to what we do here in Israel today. I owned a car when I left, when I went over to America, and when I was over there, I was using car sharing, this service all the time. I basically I never planned to become an entrepreneur. It was never something which I said, okay, this is what I want to do. Sort of life just sort of rolled into the plan, I guess. I said, oh, it's crazy that this doesn't exist in Israel because I'd use it. And so while I was in America, I took the opportunity to meet up with all sorts of people from different companies in America, which